back in 2004, when I was with the Wisconsin Taxpayers Alliance, we wrote a piece on Wisconsin's future, Wisconsin 2015. And I just had reread this a little while ago. And we said in 2004, based on the demographics that we knew, by 2015, we were going to see our workforce flatten and begin to decline. We were going to start having labor force shortages, et cetera. So we knew, we've known this for 15, 20 years. We just really haven't addressed it. And unfortunately, where we are now is not a good picture. If you look at our 25 to 64-year-old workforce, between 2010 and 2020, it increased by about 9,000 people. That's about 1,000 a year. That's very minimal. If we have migration patterns and similar over the next decade, our 25 to 64-year-old population is going to decline by 129,000. We don't have enough young people in this state or remaining in the state to grow our workforce over the next 10 years. So we're in a really bad situation now. And the only, we talk about, the what we need to do. We talk about daycare, we talk about broadband and housing, and these are all really important. But in the end, one of what we do need is bodies here. We need to turn around our migration patterns and make sure that across the country, people know that this is a great place to work and live and play, and they want to come here. We did that in the 90s. We had net migration over 98,000 in the 1990s. We're going to need to have net migration even greater than that over the next decade, just to stay even. So we're in I guess the bottom line is we waited, and we are now in a really dire situation. I would appoint a workforce czar or something like that to work with the universities, some of the chambers, et cetera, and, look across the country and look at what we can all do together, as a state, as regions, to attract. Part of it, I guess if I had to say one thing to do, so part of that would be give communities more financial flexibility to invest in their communities for attractions for amenities that attract people. But I think, and that differs from state to state, but I do think we need to have some sort of a statewide approach as well, and identify those policies that may work. Again, it's going to be very difficult at the point we're at. It's going to be very, very difficult.